Hello, guys. Welcome to Into the Dark Night with Shaan. It's your host Shaan here, and I have my brother with me, Shade.
Hello,
And
everyone.
today we are gonna discuss.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the topic we are gonna start today, like it's my first podcast, first episode. I'm feeling excited. So one thing that bothers me the most when I go online, like it annoys me, not
Mm.
bother me. I don't let anything bother me, but annoys me is feminism. I'm gonna be straight. It's annoying thing and it's
Yeah.
detrimental for society, especially after watching the interview of the infamous influencer Andrew Tate and the infamous whore of England, Bonnie Blue. Like it just explained everything,
Yeah.
and where the Western society is heading. What's your opinion about it, my brother?
I don't even know why this podcast had to happen. Maybe it's just for attention, and maybe that's the whole point here. Because in a world where everyone's screaming for likes, clouds, and followers, someone needs to pause and ask the real question, right? And
Yes,
yeah,
I agree.
and I came across some content that people call truth, but to me it sounded more like noise. Like their claims about power, women, freedom, feminism, but they're nothing but loud noises and empty values. So I'm not here to agree. I'm here to challenge actually. And I've got like 10 interesting questions for you, Shaan.
Yes, go ahead, no problem. I'm here to answer. That's what we are gonna do today. We're gonna have some interesting conversation. I got my caffeine. I think you got your
Mm,
caffeine too.
yeah, I got my caffeine too.
Let's dive into the topic how feminism is destroying. We already know how it is, but mainly we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about how to tackle it and save
So
our sisters and wives and daughters. Let's start.
So the first question is, if feminism is about equality, why do many feminists hate men?
See, most women who hate men is because of the propaganda and the brainwashing done by the Western media. Because if you look at the media, they try to show strong men as toxic. You can pick up movies and series which is currently trending. They mostly try to show strong men as evil, weak, and toxic.
I don't know
Yes.
if you've seen this. There's the new Marvel movie called Iron Heart, and there was like a transgender dude, and I think this is the one of the worst movie of the MCU ever made.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, see, when media tries to portray, and if media tells you from your childhood that, like, especially to this generation, that if you are a strong man and if you're disciplined, you are kind of toxic, you need to be more feminine and emotional, and that's why they think they are bad. Like, literally, me, I'm a traditional guy, I'm a man of God, so I like to take responsibility. I don't let my mother work. I don't let my wife work. Like, not doesn't mean that she can't. It's like I don't like the idea of my wife calling another guy boss and doing his works, which is the same thing again. Like you are still
Yeah,
like going to another man instead of your husband and calling him boss and then doing his work as he says. But you come home to your husband and then your husband tells you to do those stuff and you think he's controlling you and he's toxic. So these are all the propaganda shown because
yeah,
the main goal of devil is to destroy society, and family is the basic unit of society, like cell is the basic unit of our body. So if your one cell get cancer and if you don't treat it, the whole body is gonna be affected by cancer and your whole body is destroyed. The same thing is society. They are destroying families. So since families are destroyed, the whole society is destroyed. Now everything is fucked up in the Western world.
yeah.
So that's the main reason that the propaganda and the devil own, and that's why women think men are evil and they hate men. Although, if you look around yourself, like if you look around you right now, everything is kind of like built by men, the whole societal structure and everything. They also keep the society protected, but the elites don't want it because if you have strong men in society, they are gonna make changes and they are not gonna agree with you with all the propaganda you are trying to push. That's why they want to make the men weak, so nobody stands up to them and they can use you as slaves however they want.
So who is the devil like spreading this kind of propaganda? Like the media, mainstream media?
The mainstream media is kind of the agent of devil. I believe in God. I know you also believe in God, but some of the viewers who are watching, I don't know if you guys, all of you guys believe in God or not. I believe in God. So if there is a good, there is gonna be something that is bad. And if you like look at the history, if you read the religious scriptures and everything, you are gonna see why devil want to destroy human. We can talk about it in a later topic, but devil is the enemy of us. He wants to destroy us, and he's gonna have his army, literally, if you put it that way. So
Yeah.
mainstream media is one of his cavalry, one of his generals. There are lots of other things which works for him, but mainstream media is one of them. I'm not gonna say that the mainstream media is the devil. It's one of the devil's agent.
So I think you already answered my next question, but I'm still gonna ask. Why does feminine shame women who want to be wives and moms?
See, it's very interesting. Let me tell you about something. I was talking with ChatGPT the other day, and I asked him as part of my research, like before we were gonna do the podcast. I asked ChatGPT, like, if you were the devil, how would you destroy society? And the first thing he said that he's gonna destroy truth, confuse language, blur definitions. So if you look at the current society, all the definition of what is good or bad is like weird. It doesn't make sense. Men don't know if they're women or men. Women don't know if they're men or women. Like all the LGBTQ stuff and propaganda, and people, these guys, like people are very confused. It's a very confused generation, and promote lies disguised as virtue, like tolerance used to enable chaos, or freedom used to push vice, and then like flood people with information so they can't tell the fact from fiction. Like if you look at the social media, you get so many information that you can't process it, and to the point you get is like you are confused about what is right or wrong. And the second thing the second thing ChatGPT told me is target the women first.
Why?
Like, cause brother, like most of the time, like if you see my father or your father, they're outside the house, they're working to pay for the family, they are dealing with a lot of stuff outside. So kid spends most of their time with their mother. So if you can destroy the mother, you destroy the kid. And if you destroy the kid, you destroy the next generation. And the whole society is fucked. Yeah, it all makes sense why they are trying to show that motherhood and being a wife is demeaning, or it's not
Yeah.
empowering, it's a shameful act. But yeah, like you wanna destroy society, you start with that. You destroy the families. Why bring the next generation? Like, you rather work till you are 35, and then you don't have kids, and you get one kid, and then you complain why there are immigrants in your country because you guys are not pumping kids. It's as simple as that.
Okay. And so we're just getting started, and the next one is a little bit controversial. If
I like
women
controversy, brother.
I know you do. If women don't build or protect the country, why do they want to lead it?
The best way women can build a country and protect it is to raise kids which are good and give them good education. That's the way women are supposed to build a country. And it's controversial, I know, but who cares? I don't give a fuck what people think about me or my opinions. I don't care. See, the best way, if a woman genuinely wants to build a country, the best thing it can give to the country is good kids. It can be a woman or a man, is to raise up children which have good morals and good qualities which will benefit the country. Now, leadership, I don't know, it's kind of like a girl boss thingy why they want to lead, but people think it's a good idea, which I don't think it's a good idea, because if you look at throughout history and country that were led by women, there was no country that were led by women. Is there any country that were led by women? Can you search up, look it up on Google, like in history? Let us check in history, like if there is any women, if there is any country that were led by women.
In history.
Yeah, any country in the past.
There is no historical example of a country that was solely and permanently run by women.
See, now let me tell you something. If you look at all the successful empire, like the Arab Empire after the Khilafat, if you look at the Genghis Khan Empire, if you look at the Roman Empire, everything was led by men. And people think leading is easy, but if you read history and if you know what they went through, it's a very hard thing to do. And women are not strong enough to lead. That's the best line. I'm gonna get cancelled. I'm gonna get into a lot of trouble, but that's the best line. It's
Uh,
signs women are not as strong as men emotionally and physically, and sometimes you have to make hard decisions. Let me give you an example. If I am not feeling good today, like especially like most of the time I'm not feeling good and I don't want to go to school. My mom, like, it's gonna be like, oh, you can rest today, if you're not feeling good, you're sick, you can rest today, you don't have to go. My dad is like, nobody cares, go to school, you're not that sick. So sometime, now it doesn't mean my dad don't loves me, my dad loves me, but he also have to make decision and he also have to make hard decision which are gonna be good for me even though I don't like it. Those decision women can make it most of the time. I'm talking about in general, I'm not talking about exception, but most of the time the hard decision women can make it. And that's why you need a man to make those decisions. Like for example, if there is a person who is trying to harm my family and I have a chance to kill him, I'm gonna kill him. My wife is gonna hesitate. That's the reality. You can ask like 10 out of 9 women, like most of the time they're gonna be hesitant to kill that man, but I'm gonna kill it. I won't hesitate. Like this guy is gonna hurt me in later time, so I have to make that hard decision. It's for that reason women are not perfect to lead. And look at Bangladesh. It was led by a woman 15 years. Look at the country now. It's fucked up. The economy is fucked up. Everything is fucked up. Like when I was back in Bangladesh, at that time the dollar rate was like 80 taka something. Now it's 122 when that bitch left. So the whole country is fucked up. And like anybody who wants to tell me that women are good at leading and a good politician, just look at Bangladesh, what she did. No military power, no nothing. There is only bullshit in name of development. No real development or nothing. We still don't have PayPal. The people over there can't do freelancing work online because of payment system. She can't fix even the basic things which are good for country. You know, that's the clean example. Now there are also some countries who are fucked up. They are led by men, but I'm talking about in general. The ratio, the stat, it tells you everything. I'm not here to discuss exception. If you're taking generally whatever I said till now, everything makes sense.
yeah, it makes sense.
That's why in my religion, like let me tell you an interesting story. In my religion, like in Islam, there are a historical fact that women were leaders and women were given some responsibility in some part. Like during the time of Omar Radullah Ta'ala, there was a woman, I forgot her name. She was responsible for a market, like she was managing it. So to that part, I agree. I think that's good. But if you look at the Khilafat, the main leader for the whole nation, like the guy who is responsible for the whole nation, is a guy, is a man most of the time. Because if you look at their decision and their political power play, women can't make that decision. Like Umar Radhiyallahu Ta'ala punished his own son because of breaking the law. Like look into that. His mother was crying. That's why I'm saying, like, you need a hard, strong man. Even weak men can lead the country. The discussion about women leading is later. Even weak men can lead the country. They can make the hard decision. You need a strong man to lead the country. I can give you thousands of examples. I don't want to say anybody's name. There is a lot of familiar names, but I'm not gonna say it right now. You know who I'm talking about. It's very clear cut answer. Like there is nothing. I'm not beating around the bush. That's a factual. Everything I said is factual. Read history. People don't read history. That's why they don't know nothing how things work.
Okay, now my next question is a little bit irrelevant, but I still want to ask you about it. Why do some women on Instagram try to look like male bodybuilders and call it beauty?
Brother, I don't know what they are thinking. Maybe some men like it. I don't know. Maybe the soy boys and beta male they like it. I'm not saying women shouldn't do fitness. They should do fitness, but look it like taking steroids and looking like man, it's gay. Like it's disgusting, brother. Like, can we talk about something else? It's just disgusting
Okay,
to me.
okay. I'm gonna
There is nothing else. There is nothing else I can say other than disgusting. It's just weird. It's gay.
makes sense.
Like you remember one time Tate was making a point like, would you fuck Megan Fox with a dick or Hulk Hogan with a pussy? It's kind of like that thing, but but I will I personally me I will say no to both.
Next question. Why do feminists support casual sex but laugh at loyalty?
Trying to act like men. Now, when I'm saying trying to act like men, that's why I said that feminism is not entirely their fault. It was fault of the beta males and male who are over sexualized, who can't control themselves. It's their fault, and they tried to push feminism so they can be closer to women and take advantage of them. But it's kind of like trying to act like men, because if you look at society, like most of the kings and men who were strong, the alpha guys, they had bunch of women and bunch of female accomplices, but they don't realize they only had one queen. So it was different when it came to queen, but still men were like having other partners.
Yeah.
And it's kind of biologically, if you are an atheist, it makes sense more, because in biologically your primary function as a species is to reproduce. And if women take like 9 months to have a child, and you can impregnate like half of the society with your seed, and it like make more sense. That's the fastest way to reproduction, and that's how things work. But I'm not saying that men should have multiple female friends. I mean, we are allowed until four, but I don't think I'm gonna get four. I mean, I'm not gonna get four to be safe. I'm gonna get one, but but I'm saying like, so kind of like to copy men, women started acting like men. That's what like feminism preaches.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. So, on to my next question, and I think you already answered it, but it's a little different. If feminism works, why are so many still unhappy?
Brother, true happiness, you can find it in peace, and peace is with God. And if you do things which go against the law of God, you're gonna be unhappy, it's certain. Like, if you tell a woman that motherhood is bad, being a wife is bad, and you tell her to stand on your own feet, earn your own money, and then get rich, and then see, when you do all those things, it will take you at least like the age of 30, unless you are an OnlyFans girl. That's totally different. You are a hoe that time. And it also makes sense, because when you are like 30, nobody wants to marry you. Cause at like a 30-year-old guy, he's rich. He want young women, so they don't get any attention and stuff. Then these are most of the feminist women who hate men. These are the, like, if you look at the women who hate men, most of them are above 30s and they are not married and they don't have a family. So the problem is, then they realize that how feminism fucked them, but some of them are too egoistic, so they don't embrace it. They go more against it, and then see, like, it's been studies. Women
And
hate women more.
and they are
You know.
unhappy about it.
Yeah. Like, if women sees a young woman who is gonna get married, they get jealous. Look at the study. Women hate women more, and even if they're friends, like, they can't take it. They're kind of jealous of each other. I don't know why they do it. Then they don't have the same loyalty as men. I'm again talking about in general. It's not an. I'm not talking about exceptions, but in general, they are not loyal. They are jealous of their own friends and families, like even sometimes sisters. But anyways, so, and if you are a woman who is 50 years old and you don't have any kids, you just have your cat and you have a bunch of Gucci bag, of course you're gonna be sad, because end of the day you are gonna realize that materialistic world and the materialistic things don't matter, and you don't have any function in society anymore. Because if you took the society as a whole, your duty was to pair up with a man and have children and take your generation forward. That's the basic property of a species. Like, you agree, like it's the basic properties of species to reproduce.
Yeah, I agree.
And when you get to that age and you are not fertile anymore, and of course you are gonna be unhappy, and God didn't tell you to do that either. Like, that's why it's been emphasized in our religion to, like, to get married in an early age, have kids, cause it's your duty to raise the next generation. And, like, if you, like, come back to your question, these women, they also hate on the women like young, and they are mostly trying to propagate the women that are young to, be a hoe at the age of 20, and then later get serious at 30. And this trick don't work anymore. Now men are more conscious thanks to social media and stuff. I mean, it's a good and a bad thing too. Everything has a good and a bad side.
Yeah. So we have four more questions left, and the next one is pretty common. Why do women say they don't need men, then still expect men to pay?
See, as I said, when things get hard, people shift to their gender roles. Like, if there is a war draft tomorrow, like, most of the women are gonna leave feminism. And as I said, end of the day, no matter how much you brag about it, that you don't need a man, you still need a man, and men also need women. That's how family is created. That's how society is supposed to be functioning. So, it's just like delusional girls, like they don't realize it, and maybe they deserve it. Like, if I'm with a feminist, I'm not paying the bill. I don't care. I'm never paying the full bill. Women empowerment. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
go.
So next one is, why do feminists only support women who follow their rules?
As I'm saying, feminism is not empowering women. It's a propaganda to destroy women. So initially you can destroy families, and you can destroy society. So that's why, if a woman comes in and said that I'm gonna be a traditional wife, I want to have kids, I want to support my man so that he can get stronger and better and give us better life, give my kids better life, be a good husband to me, and things like that, that's the ultimate happiness. Because, like, if you look at my grandmother, she had 10 kids, okay? And from those 10 kids, like, if you take everybody, each of them at least have 3 to 4 kids, two, three, four, stuff like that. Whenever we have a social gathering, if you look at my grandmother, like, all the people around her came from that one woman. That's real achievement. That's real G.
Yeah.
That's the real thing about women. That's the real achievement about women, that she built a whole family, a whole society. Like, it's gonna, like, help build a whole society and a whole family. That's the real thing. That's the thing devil don't want you to have. That's why, like, women who try to follow my grandma's path are being disrespected and shamed, because end of the day, it's a propaganda. It's not for empowering women. It's for running the propaganda of the devil.
Okay, Shaan, my second last question, which answer I already know and you also know. How can a nation grow if women stop having families?
No way the nation is growing, the nation is fucked. Next question.
Okay. And the last question, is feminism helping society or breaking it apart slowly?
Well, I already answered that question. It's the propaganda of devil. Devil don't want society to function. It wants a society of only biological waste. So no way it's helping the society to build. It's destroying it. So Said, I think I answered all your question. We had some very good points and we did some very good things. And I think that will be all for today.
Okay. Thank you for having me.
And guys, stay away from feminists. There is lots of other good women who are trying to start a family. Get a good girl, get married, have a kid, have kids. Defeat the devil's propaganda. Don't waste times on feminists. It's not worth it. Just let them be. Let them be destroyed. Who cares?